Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and then make predictions for next week's top 5, so let's get right on into it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be The Jungle Book, number 2 would be The Huntsman Winter's War, number 3 would be Barbershop, number 4 would be The Boss, and number 5 would be Batman vs. Superman. And guess what? I only got 2 out of 5 of my predictions right. Yeah. Whatever, that's alright. Let's go into it. Number 1 was The Jungle Book. I don't think anyone was really surprised there. This weekend it made $60 million, and that adds to a total of $191 million. And it just surpassed its $175 million budget, which is $16 million more than that. So it's doing extremely well. I'm super happy that it's doing that because, as you know, The Jungle Book is probably my favorite movie of the year. I think I'm actually still thinking about whether I like Deadpool or The Jungle Book more. I actually don't know. And that's going to be really hard to decide later on in the year, but who cares? This movie's still amazing and stuff. Anyways, number 2 was The Huntsman Winter's War, a movie that's anything but amazing, only making $20 million this weekend, which is only on a budget of $115 million. Now, the first Snow White and the Huntsman movie, I wouldn't say it did amazing or anything, but it did a pretty good job. It made a lot of money domestically. However, this movie, especially being a prequel/sequel to that movie, in doing this poorly, that's not very good. It's another bomb for 2016, which is kind of unfortunate because, as you know, I actually did want to like this movie, but oh well, I guess. Anyways, number 3 was Barbershop The Next Cut, making $10 million, adding to a total of $36 million, and that's pretty good for this movie, and I guess more people decided to go see it when they saw they had a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, which actually still blows my mind about this movie. That's insane. I had never expected it to get that high of a score, but oh well, I guess. Number 4 was Zootopia, making $6,611,000, adding to a total of $316 million, and that's pretty good. And it just completely toppled over The Boss and Batman vs. Superman, even though those two movies were ahead of it for the past couple weekends now. That's actually pretty surprising to me that Zootopia was actually able to make it back up there, and I'm happy for it. I'm so happy for it because it is a movie that's worth seeing. Unlike number 5, which is The Boss, making $6,080,000, adding to a total of $49 million. And I did see this movie. Hopefully I'll get a review out sooner than later. If it has to be later, then okay. Short review, it sucks. That was easy. Anyways, number 6 was Batman vs. Superman, a movie that I'm actually surprised is already out of the top 5. I thought this weekend would be the last time it would be there. It would be at the number 5 spot, and then the next weekend it would be at 6 or 7. But no, it's already out. Last weekend was the last time it's in the top 5. That's pretty surprising. It only made $5 million this weekend, adding to a total of $319 million. And I'm looking at my notes here, and Zootopia might be able to outgross Batman vs. Superman domestically. I mean, Zootopia made more money this weekend, and it's only $3 million behind Batman vs. Superman. I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying maybe. Just maybe it could happen. But hey, I don't know. I don't know much about anything, so let's move right along. Number 7 was Criminal, making $3 million, and it only dropped from one spot. Last weekend it was at number 6, and it only dropped to number 7. Pretty good, I guess. Not really, because it only made $3 million this weekend, and that adds to a total of $10 million, and it's $21.5 million away from its $31.5 million budget. Not very good for this movie. I feel somewhat bad for it, I guess, but then again, I I wanted to see it because of the trailers, but I heard it's not very good. So, oh well, I guess. Maybe it should have been a better movie. Probably. Anyways, number 8 was My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, making $2 million, adding to a total of $55 million. Great job, movie. That's probably gonna leave, or maybe just be at number 10 next weekend because 3 other movies are coming out that might push it out. Good job for making $55 million. I haven't seen still haven't seen the first one. Don't care to. Well, maybe the first one, but just I have nothing to say about you. Moving on to number 9, a movie I also have nothing to say about because I don't know what it is. Compadres. Compadres? Compadres. It made $1,350,000 this weekend. Good job, movie, I guess. And closing it out, number 10, a movie I completely forgot about. I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, that looks okay. And it's at number 10, and it came out this weekend, and I had no idea. A Hologram for the King, starring Tom Hanks. It only made $1,175,000. Oh, dang. That sucks. I think. I honestly, I don't know the main reception to this movie. As I said, I forgot that it was coming out this weekend, so I haven't been checking. But oh well, now it's time for the fun part, predictions for next week's top 5. Now I'm going to make a strong prediction and say number 1 is still going to be The Jungle Book. I think it'll stay there for at least one more weekend before Civil War. But I'm also going to say number 2, it might be a reach, but I'm going to say number 2 is Ratchet and Clank because it's based off a video game, and I know there's a lot of fans for Ratchet and Clank. So maybe it'll get to number 2. Then I'm going to say number 3 will be Keanu because of the Key and Peele audience and also that adorable cat and the fact that the movie just looks funny. Then I'm going to say number 4 is Mother's Day. I'm not sure if my prediction here is right because apparently audiences eat these kind of movies up, but I don't know. Then I'm going to say number 5 is The Huntsman. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave them in the comments below. And if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then whoops. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.